I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
And I think that pretty much covers it all. I think that covers all the topics that I wanted to talk about. So let's do just a little bit of Q&A before we start with Street Fighter 6. Tag me in either chat. And let's see what you guys want to talk about. Big Mac says, I'm excited. No, I'm glad you started playing Terminator 2D. Yeah, I did. And it was very fun last night. Don't get me wrong. Like, we had a blast with it for the half an hour I played. But in the half an hour I played, we beat like 6 levels. So I get the feeling that we're going to beat it tonight in like an hour, you know? Okay. I love my detractors because they focus on the dumbest shit. They say Phil has small arms, okay? No, Phil has long arms. Do you see how long my forearm is? For some bizarre reason, my forearm is much longer than both my mother and father's forearms. So I have a long, bony forearm here because it's so long. My arm, okay, is not skinny or bony. My arm is muscular, you see? But the forearm is long and skinny. Now, could I focus on my forearms and do all forearm exercises? Yeah, I could, but why do I care? I'd much rather have my actual body be fit and toned and not worry about my little bony forearm. But does the idiots focus on this and talk about it like they're obsessed, like they really are just like autistically infatuated with little nuanced things like, oh, look, he has a bony forearm. Who cares? I'm a gamer. I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't have to go out there and lift giant concrete blocks all fucking day. I have to lift this controller. Oh, it's so heavy. Oh, I can't do it, right? Oh, no, I have to lift a joystick. Oh, my arms are snapping. Oh, I can't do it. Oh. So anyway, yeah, they're so dumb. But do you really think I'm doing forearm exercises? No, I'm doing real exercises. Biceps, triceps, chest, stomach, shoulders, legs, the ones that matter. The ones that you actually need to be like toned and buff and strong. That's what I've exercised for. Eventually, I could do little forearm exercises. I know of them. You could do them, but they're stupid. It's just crazy that I don't know why my forearm is so long. Like my dad's forearm, no lie, goes to about like here. His hand is here. So I don't know why I have a super long forearm for some bizarre reason. I don't know. Weird genetics. Ancestors? I don't know. Maybe my ancestors were Dalzims. Long, stretchy arms. Stretch Armstrong. You ever had to stretch Armstrong when you were a kid? I'll stretch Armstrongs. I don't know. Very weird. Welcome to Hans and Franz. I am Hans. I am Franz. And we are here to pump you up. That was a fun, that was Saturday Night Live, right? I think so. A long time ago. Satan, good morning. I already said good morning to you. Did you miss it? Very good. Well, no one's really asking me anything pertinent. If people ask me about sports, which you know I don't know anything about sports. I can't answer those questions. Yes. I'm just going to put everyone to shame out there. You just go, what you do is you go on stage, okay? And the competition hasn't even started yet. You just take your shirt off. And you immediately just do the pose. You're going to go like this. You push. Ooh! You just show your physique off. It's like, ooh! And what happens is you just embarrass everyone else that's there so badly. They just leave. They're like, nah, we can't even stand. We can't compete with this guy. And they just leave the building. So you're just there standing by yourself. As it should be. That's how you do it. There you go. What what is the worst car I've ever had? Now, the question, I've only owned a few cars in my lifetime. So I've only owned two, and I leased two. So the first car that I owned actually was in my name and I bought myself and I paid for was a 2002 Pontiac Grand Am. It looked nice. It drove nice, but it basically was a lemon. I bought it used. It ran for like a year, and then all of a sudden, all these problems started to emerge. The brakes were going out. The transmission was going out. So I think what happened was that car had been in an accident and was rebuilt, but they didn't disclose that when I bought it. So I kind of got scammed because over the course of me owning that car from like 2000, I'm trying to remember when I got it, like 2003, 2004, I had it for like all the way through to when I got my first BMW, which I think was 2011, 2012. So, you know, I had it for just under 10 years. Over the course of me having that car, I paid for it like 3 times. Like I bought it for like probably like $5,000, $6,000 maybe. And then I paid for it again and again and again with all the repairs I had to keep putting into it. Okay. Then I leased 2 BMWs. All right. And then after that, I bought my current car, the Toyota Corolla. And that I've had now for 8 years. I bought it in 2017. So this would be I'm entering year 9. No, I'm about to hit 9 years. Yeah, I've had that car for much longer than I thought. So yeah. So that car, you know, I bought it outright, I own it, paid it off. And that car has almost never had a problem. I think so there was the one time when the battery died and I needed to replace the battery and some spark plugs. And one time there was an issue, the tire had a leak. I got it fixed. Then someone stole the tire off of it, which is absolutely ridiculous that they stole the tire off of it, but they did. And I had to replace the tire. So this car, I basically had almost no problems with at all. So almost a decade I've owned it. And still, like right now, it runs fine. There's no problems with it at all. So I'm going to keep it, you know, for a while more until I have to get another car. You know, right now it's weird because we're in a state of flux here. Our state is trying to outlaw gas cars, which is ridiculous. They want to have everyone go to electricity, but the grid can't even handle that. So they don't know what they're doing here. Our lawmakers are just complete idiots. So I don't even know, like when I finally go to get another car eventually, I don't even know what it's going to be. I have no clue what to get. But this has definitely been one of the most dependable vehicles I've ever driven. I've driven other cars too. For example, in the 1990s, my parents got me a Ford Escort. I drove that for a few months, but then it got into a wreck. So that was the end of that. Then I drove their Ford Taurus for a while. It was a 1992 Ford Taurus. So I drove that around for a while. And that car was a dependable car, but it was old by the time that I was driving it. You know, it was already like almost 10 years old. So it had all issues. It was like falling apart by the time I had it. But it was all right. It was an okay car. And I've driven a few other vehicles. Like I've had rentals and stuff when I went on trips. Once I drove a Dodge Charger. And I thought the Dodge Charger was awesome. Like I thought it handled well. It was a powerful car, looked really nice. But I don't know. For me, like, that's the thing. Like, when it came time to buy a car, it's like, I could buy a Charger, but do I want to? Like, do I really need to? What do I need it for? It's going to be a big car, harder to park because it's bigger. And out here, all those parking spaces are compact spaces out here because I live in Washington. Everything's green, green, green out here. So I was like, I'm just going to go out there and just get like a modest car. And that's what I've had for the longest time now. Successful streamer. Yes, I change my oil regularly. You're an idiot. You're talking about something that was referenced almost a decade ago. You're a complete moron. Enjoy your ban. Well, I'm totally not autistic. I bring up things from over a decade ago as if they happened yesterday. No, you're banned. Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry to hear that you have shit your pants while driving, Dave. You should probably get that fixed or taken care of.